Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Ben here. Today we are up at the home of Power Film Solar Industries, Iowa State University Cyclones, Ames, Iowa, for the Story County Amateur Radio Club, or SCARC, Foxhunt. We're going to be tagging along with a person or two and going to try to find us a fox. So stay tuned, and we're going to have a good day today.
Regular 146.43, and then the other one's 4.6. So not much off. 4.3 and 4.6 are the two frequencies. And the second one is going to be a 30 seconds on and 3-minute cycle. So a little tougher than we're used to. The normal one is a 3-minute cycle with 1 minute on.
Are you getting sure both of them are at the same time?
Yeah, I'll go into the truck and fire them both off.
Okay. Are they close to each other? Or?
Well, you tell me. You've got the skills, right?
We're not telling you. What was the second frequency again?
146.46. Yeah. And so to be fair, the second one, I hit it inspired by what happened in Waterloo, which was
we're in trouble now.
Yes, we are. Much more camouflaged for the box. So you're going to have to find the location to find the box. So it's not going to be like drive down the road and see it out the window.
Nathan had some that were literally like in the grass, in the ground. Like if you're not pointing,
find it if you were standing next to
right,
it,
you better be pointing your antenna right at it, and then it's like, oh yeah, that is a fox.
Yeah. So the second one's a little tougher, but the first ones are traditional hide, so it'll be what you're used to. Any other questions?
You want to give a full briefing of the rules since we've got a bunch of new folks?
Sure. So it's hidden within the city limits of Ames. The club does not pay speeding tickets, so please obey the traffic laws. After the first hour, you can get me on the repeater. I'm listening here. If you have questions, just call me out, and I'll give you some hints. And am I missing anything else?
That's the big one.
The two foxes are both in little green ammo cans. The original one is plastic, little green plastic ammo can, and the new one is a metal ammo can, very similar sized.
30 caliber ammo cans.
Yep. So, got the white stickers on there that says this is not a bomb. So.
I'm a little worried about that because we'll get a little freaked out.
Yeah.
What was the time on this?
So they're both 3-minute cycles. One's a 1 minute on, and the other one's 30 seconds on. The tougher one is hit tougher, and
4.3 is the easy one.
4.3 is the easy
That would be
one.
more like our traditional 5.
Yep. So
4.6 is the other one, right?
4.6 is the second one. Yep. Any other questions? Okay, I'm gonna go fire them off. Good luck.
Well, there was our briefing. We have our guest host today, if I can get the camera to spin around on him. They're firing up the foxes, so he's going to be concentrating. This is Chris, KF0LPI. He's one of our Iowa radio operator members, and he's who we're tagging along with today. So, let's get this fox hunt on the road, and I'll bring you back in on the next big thing.
I get away from stuff so there's not much bouncing.
I at least heard the first one. I can't hear the second one yet.
I can't get either one of them.
You can't? Okay. I can guarantee you the first one's on.
Transmitting right now.
Somebody's hearing it.
I can hear someone hearing it.
Somebody's car. Did you hear it? Yeah. Did you hear both? Or you can try them? I didn't try them. I can't hear it either, so it may not be. Yeah. I may have to trigger it closer.
Got it. So if you guys didn't catch that before we took off, Chris said we're headed south. He's got a bearing of south. That should be our fox right there.
It is surprisingly weak.
So I'm wondering, it's going to be a little ways out there.
Well, the problem is also with the way we're doing this, I could only hear it to the south, but with the directional antennas, you can still pick it up sometimes 180 the other way. So,
well, Paul said he was headed south. So he even thinks he thinks it's going south. So Not that I eavesdrop on other teams or anything, but
Yeah, that can be good or bad to follow other teams.
Yeah.
So some key takeaways of what we're doing is we have an offset attenuator, and the attenuator will mix it by one megahertz. So I think I set this one to 1 megahertz lower. Sorry, I was just trying to see if that
oh, you're fine.
is Paul. It's not. I thought for a second it was.
Close.
So we're listening on 1 megahertz lower than that because we're using the AA1 to do that. So I'm also using an interval timer right now because this one we're chasing right now is 2 minutes off and 1 minute on. That'll just kind of help give an idea of when to listen again. And if you want to be able to pull off and park somewhere, with that timer to just kind of get another bearing. It's not always good to head directly south or directly that way you want because it's just orienteering again and doing triangulation. So we're going to head south, but we'll probably go east or west a little bit. The football field is a little bit to the right. We might actually go that way. Let's do that. So that way we'll be south and then over to the side some more. And then that'll help us with the bearing. I was a little worried about my bearing I took already though, that it might not show up right in the software.
Well, you'd think if we get close on the mobile station here, we'd start getting a stronger hit.
Yeah. I think they turned down the power a bit this time, so we'll see. Or it's really on the edge of town. But
Which is Clint, so it could be.
yeah, it could be. Clint hit this time. That's right. So could be by his house on that. We're headed towards that way. So we've got 40 seconds till the next interval should start.
So I'm not bringing it along every second because this camera won't record everything. But right now we are actually by Jack Trice Stadium. We have a bearing. We think we're heading south of Jack Trice right now. And for those of you that are watching this from out of state and don't know where Jack Trice Stadium is, Google it. It'll come up. That's where we're at. But it was much stronger when it started transmitting again. And we kind of feel like we're kind of in the right ballpark of direction, but time will tell here.
We haven't even taken a second bearing yet.
Yeah, we haven't even taken a second bearing. It was just off the receive on the mobile that was that much more intense that we feel confident that it's further south, especially because when Jack Trice Stadium was between us and what we presume where the Fox is, we lost it. And Jack Trice was due south of us when that happened. So we're headed further south. We'll wait for the next interval set, and I'll bring you along when we get our next bearing or next something eventful happens.
Until we can't hear it. And then we want to find the nulls. We'll also look this way. That's nice and quiet.
Tree stuff. Tree stuff, Chris. Yeah, I think you're right. You're getting that signal coming right from that area.
That is not right.
That is not right.
My bearing stuff isn't working well.
You're due southeast at this point. For those of you that don't know, and I'll tag a map here, we're at Ames Middle School right now. We got a bearing southeast out of the parking lot. Chris is trying to get his bearing stuff to line up.
25 seconds.
So we got about 25 seconds until we're going to get our next bearing rate. Chris and I have a feeling we have an idea we know where it is, but we're going to need this bearing rate to really for sure. If we get pointed back to the direction of where we just came from, we know where we're going to be searching at. We think we might have driven by it right now just based on the signal from the mobile setup in Chris's car, but we're going to find out here very shortly.
I think it's on the other side of the highway. Or let's attenuate down actually. It might be straight ahead.
We're getting a reading from east of us. So down this road. No. So this is the man right here. You heard the briefing earlier. I probably already tagged him. Clint. He's the one who hid the fox. And everyone is coming this way. And the fact that he is nearby, it lets us know that we are definitely onto something.
I'm attenuated down a lot more. There might be bouncing off that building though.
He went back that way, up by the road.
That's all I'll tell you. So I should be going off right now.
Yeah.
You see it?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's
All
why
right.
we had such a weak signal.
All right, so now we're on the fox number 2. Fox number 1 has been found. Not going to point out any obvious area at all. But we are now hunting for fox number 2. And I think Chris has a bearing. So fox 2, here we come.
I think it makes sense like keep right over there.
First box, if I can get this to cooperate, is pretty much straight across from us.
Yeah, we might be walking over there.
Alright, I think it might be shorter for me to come down State, so I'll drive over that way and walk your direction. Do you really have to drive all the way over here? If you're out and away already, you don't need to. Oh, it's not bad. I can see you from here. I'm just over by the first fox.
So, Mr. President, was it a good hunt for you today?
Absolutely.
Don't give anything away. We're still trying, but
The second one's fun. The second one is fun.
well, I hate to leave, but my partner's on a bird.
We only have 30 seconds on this one.
Yeah, you ought to turn to 10 seconds. It's fun up in Waterloo.
10 seconds is like,
A0S, W0YR.
So we've narrowed it down. It's got to be somewhere biting my ankles at this point.
I was getting it right here.
Look up. And because we're looking down, we're missing it. Look up.
I'm looking for arborist one too.
Chris.
You see it? Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's horrible. I want to see if I can find it. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can even attenuate this.
So everyone, we found both of the foxes. I've got arrows pointed at them because obviously I couldn't give their locations away with people still looking. So Had a blast. We're going to have to come back up and do some more with Story County Amateur Radio Club. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Chris is over there chatting with other people. We'll see you on the next one.